Right, now that we got that out of the way, hello everyone and welcome to the CEW Podcast. It feels very weird doing this in this format because I'm not used to doing the whole intro stuff when I've got actual people with me for once in this podcast. So I'm going to go down the line, introduce yourself however you want. Obviously, remember we are on YouTube, so yeah, just you know what to do. I will start off with Daniel, the man right next to me.
Hello, number one Plymouth fan out here. We in these streets. Hello.
Yeah. King's Cabinet right there. Then we've got Jinku. Shoot name, by the way. Shoot name.
Hey, it's me, Jinku, current CEW World Champion, and the best lover to do it. Hit me up, ladies.
Fair enough. And then the man, the myth, the legend, the man with like 7 bajillion promotions to his name. We are Ryan.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to...
Fantastic.
Sweet.
Yeah, so we're doing this over Discord, so if people cut out or whatever, I'm going to try my best to edit it, but Daniel, for God's sake. Alright, okay, buddy. But, yeah, I'm going to try my best to edit a lot of the stuff out, but it's Discord, things are going to happen, it is what it is, and Daniel, fair enough, man, fair enough. Well, anyways.
People cut out? Never. People never cut out.
True. So, to start things off, before we get into the big topic for today, I thought we would kind of like ease ourselves in, because this isn't like, it's a podcast, it's not a fucking interview, you know, I'm not out here, you know, being like, oh, what got you into core, and what made you get into core, because, you know, we're not here for that, but I do want to know, and I'll once again, I'll go down the list, and I'll wrap it up, I'll be the last one. What is one thing that you would like to see in core more? Daniel, we'll start with you.
Me. I feel like core is getting a little bit too serious, if you ask me. I think we need a little bit more fun, a little bit more stupid stuff, you know? That's my cup of tea. I want to see that more personally.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. I just don't feel like people allow their... Personally, I don't think enough people make them specifically like their main character in core. They just don't allow themselves to be funny. They've got to be serious, a world title contender at all times. It's fine to be the butt of a joke sometimes, you know? I just don't feel like enough people let themselves do that.
Yeah. Any thoughts? Anybody else about that?
I hate you, Daniel. You stole mine. Now, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh wow! Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Great minds think alike.
But anything else, Jinku? Anything that you would change in core, or one thing you'd like to see more of?
I mean, I feel like people would express themselves more. I feel like everybody's just, like Daniel said, has to be world championship contender. You know, put out some more different gimmicks, like how Coda has the glitch, or how we have spooky perverts. You know, be expressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and stop being so hateful. Goddamn.
Oh, true. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I do definitely want to see people get more creative, because like when you get creative, you do end up having like some really fucking cool gimmicks, and like that's what core's about, man. Like anybody, because of the game, anybody can have a 5-star match, right? Like anybody can do that, but it takes real creativity and like actually knowing your character inside out to actually have a really good gimmick. And I think that's what is probably missing the most within core, because people just want to be that main event guy that has 5-star matches, but like only so many people can be that.
Also, we need more chicken shake heels. That's what we also need.
Oh, stole mine! You stole mine! God damn it!
Let's go! Daniel stole mine. I'm stealing yours, Byron.
Ryan, steal something. Come on.
All right, Ryan. Time to steal my second one. Go on.
Well, firstly, only professional here, waiting their turn. Secondly,
Byron asked any thoughts. I answered. I waited my turn.
I'd like to see more ethnicities. So whenever somebody makes a CAW, they typically start with whatever themselves are, which makes sense. But when broadening out they typically go with like Mexican or Japanese because those are the next like big countries. Just like spin a wheel, land on a country, say this is my German Ka or Estonian Ka. More specific, unique ethnicities would be cool in my book.
Yeah, I think we can all agree on that because obviously, like with Empire being as big as it is now, like we've got so many people from so many different places, and it's actually quite refreshing. I can't lie.
You even started Empire International.
Yeah, exactly. Empire International is literally built because there's like so many different like ethnicities in that group now that like it kind of has to be Empire International. Any more thoughts on that?
Personally,
all right.
Nope, 100% agree.
All right, so I'll go on to mine. I'm trying to think here because mine's been stolen now. I think it's more people need to be able to take a loss more. I think way too many people get obsessed with being in the big feuds, but then like they don't want to have the story of like the redemption arc or actually like taking the loss and making that into a storyline. I think way too many people get bogged down by the idea of if I'm not in the big feud and if I'm not winning the big feud, then that feud meant nothing to me and my character, and now I'm just kind of back to the drawing board. When in reality, it can literally be a whole new chapter for you. I think that's like a massive thing for me.
yeah, I don't feel like.
I agree. That's what I did with Bob Parks. You know, when he lost that World Championship match, that was his entire character.
That's true. People don't allow their character to reflect on losses. It has to be, I only care if I win. Lose a match, turn heel or face from it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have
them grow from their matches, or like have them become obsessed because they lost against a certain opponent.
Yeah.
Cough, Mayu Shigata. I mean, it's like probably one of the best examples. Since losing the Women's World Championship, she's kind of literally gone off the fucking deep end. So like, you know,
and the end is pretty deep.
Yeah. It is. So now that we've kind of like done that, and now we've kind of like, you know, talked amongst ourselves, it's time to get into the big talking point, and that is partner promotions. Now, a big reason why these three right here are here is because we've got REW and UEW in Ryan. We've got DLW in Jinku. Bring it back, man. Bring it back. Hang on, I'm looking at you. Bring it back.
I'm trying.
And then like Daniel, hey, there's stuff in the works. I can't reveal more than that, but there's stuff in the works. Trust me. And when that happens, you guys will know. And yeah, there is also SCD, but Kyle isn't here today, so you know. But partner promotions, I think they're a fantastic thing, especially within core. Because it genuinely is just the most fun I think you can have when you've got a group of people who you like working with, you like talking to, and you can just, you know, shoot the shit, make some cool ideas, and actually just bring some fun. I think, I know we all kind of look back at like the 2K20 era with a lot of fondness, and I think the reason why partly comes down to like us being like so intertwined and being like, okay, so REW's dropping today, and then CEW will be dropping like tomorrow, and then here's DLW that, you know, and like we were pitching ideas and merging stuff, and you know, it was a lot of fun. But and any thoughts on the 2K20 era in terms of like partner promotions and whatnot?
It's a great time for us all. That's when I mostly got to meet you guys at that point. And I just think that was really what got me into core as much as I have been, to the point where I am ready to have a show, and then later on I'm going to be also co-owning one, which you also know. That's going to be good fun. And again, I think if you're making cores on your own and it's just a purely you project, I think you can honestly only get so far. I think without friends giving you like tips or just like helping you with some cores and giving you some cool ideas, I just don't feel like my heart could be in it as much as it is. So I do appreciate having people around me when I make cores. And
well, doing stuff with a group of people is what I think actually turns it into a hobby. something you're doing. I guess that would be the definition of a hobby, but I feel like having a group to do it with actually makes it a hobby instead of just a thing. And with 2K20, it'll never be because we got it for an extra year, and spending extra time with something will always, like, by default make you like it more.
Yeah. Jinku, thoughts?
I do not know the question. I do not know the question. I wasn't here for it.
So basically, I'm talking about like thoughts on the 2K20 era, in particular the fact that we were all kind of like, you know, partnered together, and it was very tight knit, mainly because of that thing that kept us inside for like a year and a bit.
I really love that era. I mean, I got to work with my friends. We got to, you know, plan some great storylines like Empire, but also like the Cruiserweight Invitational. Set up some really neat cause that would become like our world champions and main eventers for our shows. I thought it was really nice.
Yeah.
Can I just add, with each new game coming out, it kind of feels like a reset button. You continue what you're doing. If you're not still on the same game, it feels like a soft reboot. So having that continuation felt like longer storylines, more of a walk straight forward rather than a bit of a hurt.
Yeah.
And that, I feel like, definitely to having such a good time on it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's the big thing, because it's like I think we've all been derailed ever since like leaving 2K20, and then like there was 2K22, which sucked ass, and then there was 2K23 that was really good, and we were like, oh hell yeah, this is the game, and a lot of stuff got made on that, and then the move over to 24 hasn't exactly been the smoothest, and well, we all know my stance on 2K25. I still haven't bought it. To the people, the one person who said that he's gonna buy the game. Nope, still not. It's not happening.
I'll buy the game for me. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for the people.
No, don't do it on the PS4 anyway. If I'm gonna get it, which I at this point, like the game's only gonna be like popular for the next well, it's not even popular anymore, it's dead, but like it's only really gonna have a bit more of a shelf life for the next like 5 months, like and even then shelf life is really only for the core community. Like the casual players are already done with the game, just straight up. And yeah, that's kind of like why I haven't bought it. It's just because like is anyone, like, I know there are like a few people in core who are doing 2K25 content, but like it feels like there's been like barely any feds that have actually gone over to 25 and have actually like consistently made content on it.
Yeah, that is true. It's just 2K, it feels like every update at this point, it must feel like it's just deliberately going after the core community. It's just mess up after mess up on the suite. CC gets screwed over with every update, and then the split, which was just terrible. All that for an island mode which nobody plays. Don't know what they were thinking. Really don't.
I'll be real.
Conjointed. Like they just added that shit. It's like, hey, look, now everybody can play with each other, and then literally the next year they go, not anymore. No.
It's crazy, and like I'll be real. I genuinely do think that we are probably like a couple games away from. I'm just gonna say it because I feel like I've been saying it for a while. I think we're a few games away from them just completely removing the creation suite. I think we're getting to that point now where, I think it's only a matter of time. Like, to them, it causes more issues than it does, like, actually bring them success. So I think, like they did with Create a Championship in 2K20 at the beginning, I think they'd rather just scrap it, just get rid of it. Which is terrifying, but it is what we're kind of looking at, I'm not gonna lie.
Either that or it's just gonna be incredibly bare bones, like you can't upload things, kind of like how Fight Forever was. Just you make stuff, limited core slots.
What a bad game Fight Forever was.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
That's a topic for a whole other podcast, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like,
Terrible game.
like I swear. I mean Battleground, literally no one cared, so like that's why, even though it was absolutely awful, no one cared.
It went under the radar. Yeah,
like,
that went under the radar.
Like no one cared.
Harmless.
But whilst we're on the subject of partner promotions, obviously we're mainly talking about core, but now's the time where we actually get to talk about actual wrestling. And I think, just for reference, we're recording this on the 27th of July. So, when I say recently, that's why. Recently, obviously, TNA had Slammiversary, and, yeah, that was, a show. Where NXT came in and absolutely, in no other words, completely and utterly shafted TNA and took all of the top championships. Which begs the question, and I think I know the answer, but I might as well go around the room. Is this partnership actually beneficial to TNA? And I know the answer, but go ahead, everybody. Give me your answer.
No. Definitely not.
It's very symbiotic.
Yeah. It's just the headline doesn't have to always be NXT star wins TNA title. It can be TNA star wins an NXT or even WWE title. That's gonna get eyes on you as well. It works both ways. I just don't get it.
To go a little more in depth, the only thing that could be like a plus for TNA at the moment with what they're doing is maybe you could say it's bringing them more viewership. Now, if you look at the numbers, those same if not lower. So even if you wanted to say that, anybody who came over from NXT, like any wrestling fan who's watching TNA. Oh my god.
So it is very hot at the moment, and this is after I've already edited the podcast. But I thought I would let you know that, it's very hot, but you know what's hotter? The content that is members only here on the channel. We got the deep dive series where we take characters, we take championship reigns, we take all of that stuff, and I take you behind the scenes on it all. And then we've also got the creators commentary series where I look back on old episodes of CEW and I give you the thoughts and all of the behind the scenes scoops on that. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. It's as cheap as 99p a month. You get your name on the wall of support, and if you want to pay $4.99 a month, I'll shout you out in future videos. Anyways, back to the podcast. But yeah, CJ, so we are, well, everybody, this is CJ, say hello.
Hello there. I'm Ancient.
Alright. But yeah, we're just talking about partner promotions, and we're currently talking about the TNA NXT partnership. And we're asking, is this actually beneficial to TNA at all? CJ, your thoughts?
My thoughts, let's see, what is TNA looking like right now?
It's in the shitter.
Exactly.
But anyways, Ryan, as you were saying.
The argument could be made, people who watch NXT are now watch. But if we're honest with ourselves, anybody who's watching NXT guys, once the NXT guys are gone, they're not going to seeing the Hardys win tag belts and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to stick around for." So the only arguments that could be for it being beneficial go out the window if you look at the numbers, or just be honest with yourself. The viewership is not going to stick around after this deal ends.
Yeah, no, yeah, like, because here's the thing is, like, I'm gonna say it, a lot of people shat on the Kenny Omega winning the TNA, well, I say TNA, the Impact World Championship. And I'm not gonna lie, like, granted, the way it was handled at the end with Christian winning on Rampage and then Kenny not losing the belt, even though that wasn't Kenny's decision, it's very weird. I don't think we actually know really whose decision that was. I think it was a Tony Khan move, I'm not sure. I can't remember, and I don't want to speculate, but a lot of people said that, like, that wasn't, like, that good, but, like, to me, at least Kenny was, one, there. Two, it was during the pandemic, so, like, you know, that's a boost that I think Impact at the time really needed. And, like, at least it was a case of, like, okay, like, and I know this is going to sound like a shot to, like, Trick Williams, but it's Kenny Omega. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if Kenny Omega is coming into a company and is winning the World Championship and beating people, it's not that big of a deal. And he had, like, Don Callis, he had the Good Brothers, like, it worked. Whereas, like, with Trick Williams, yeah, sure, he's rolling around with First Class, but, like, they're not really doing much. Like, they weren't involved in the... I understand why they weren't involved in the Slammiversary finish, but, like... well, that's because AJ Francis absolutely murdered himself on that ladder. That was nuts. That was a wild spot.
That was amazing.
But, like, they weren't involved in that at all. And, like, apart from, I think, the match against Elijah on NXT, I don't think First Class have actually been involved in a Trick match. Am I going crazy?
Oh, they have on NXT.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, they had the 6-man tag team match.
Okay. So, there's a little bit of involvement, but, like, they should be using Trick to build up First Class, mainly Casey Navarro. I think AJ Francis, we dunk on him for good reasons, but I actually do think he's doing quite well in his current role. I can't lie.
Yeah, he is.
But I think the big
Money.
True. I think the big thing really is that, like, they should really be using this as a way to not only be like, hey, here's NXT, not just to, like, put prestige on the TNA World Championship, but then to also, like, go, hey, here's Casey Navarro, who's really good, and he's, like, the future. Now, if he beats Leon Slater at some point, I wouldn't complain. In fact, that should be who beats Leon Slater. I don't know if anyone else has got any, like, ideas on who should do that, but...
not anyone from NXT.
No, keep him
away.
The X Division. Because here's the problem, right? Is they're gonna have
Avon Evans.
Okay. Alright, pal.
Right. but hear me out, right? The biggest problem with that is, you know for a fact that they'll have an NXT guy win the X Division title, and then immediately cash in Option C, and then your main event for a TNA championship is NXT versus NXT.
They would definitely do that, and it would be on the NXT pay-per-view. So
yeah, it would.
Get any views.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. We're doing all of this whilst just talking about the men's belt.
Yeesh.
Yeah, anybody else think JC Jane winning that TNA Women's Championship was not the right play?
Oh, we all knew it was going to happen,
play.
but, like, it sucks.
With the build Slamovich has had, it's crazy.
I just actually liked the women's champion. I was like, okay, she's tough. I hope she wins. And then TNA goes, nope. We're just going to keep on stroking NXT's ego.
Yeah, I think I said it in the short when I was talking about my thoughts on Slammiversary. And it's like, I get, like, the promotional stuff of being like, hey, here's, like, the NXT people with our belts. But then it's like, yeah, but Masha Slamovich has such, like, a sellable look, right? Like, if she was on NXT with that, like, Knockouts Championship and the NXT Women's Championship, people are gonna go, holy shit, who is this, right? If they've never seen Masha Slamovich before. And they're gonna
Who's
go...
this stud?
Yeah, and they're gonna go, oh, okay, she's on TNA, okay, I'm gonna actually tune in. But they threw it away now. And yeah, that's they can have Masha win the belt back, but it's lost its impact now. No pun intended.
And I get the storyline they're going is like that now all the current TNA champions are like, we're the front line, blah blah blah. But it's like you could have done that still with Trick being the only champion.
Yeah.
With the way he's turning TNA players against TNA.
Exactly.
I mean,
the only payoff this rather this leads into like a war game scenario.
Yeah, like my biggest issue, right, is that also with this is that you had a perfect chance to put the TNA International Championship, the brand new belt, you had a chance to put it on the level of the World Championship right now, because I'll be real, I think Steve Macklin had one hell of a run, even though it was short as Impact World Champion, and I think if you had him with that International Championship, and you said, whilst Trick holds our World Championship, you're our World Champion, basically, like, be real, it would slap, because it's Steve Macklin. Like,
Yeah.
it's such a simple thing, and then Macklin can then build up momentum, and then guess what? He can be the one to dethrone Trick. There you go. Pretty simple.
Yeah, very.
You know what really went downhill was when TNA let their top guys walk.
Yeah, that's the story of TNA, man. Like,
It really is. As soon as they become TNA again, they're just like, okay, we're about to pull a TNA move.
Bro, it's TNA. They always do that.
yeah, I mean, like, if we're looking at, like, the history of TNA, like, you look at Bobby Roode, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, EC3, Bobby Lashley, like, Drew Galloway, you know, just to name a few, right? And, like, the story goes on and on and on, and like the problem is that like I like with the landscape of wrestling, and everybody knows this, I'm a massive TNA mark, like everybody knows this. I just don't see a way where, like, now that they've gotten rid of like Scott D'Amore, and now that they've also gotten rid of Gail Kim, like, how are you expected to keep your top talent when the people who the talent respect are gone?
And funnily enough, Scott D'Amore is doing fantastic work with, what is it,
Maple Leaf.
Yeah,
everybody really likes that promotion. And they're having banger events.
Oh, by the way, you can watch like most of their stuff. I know it's a little bit delayed, but like you can watch most of their stuff for free on YouTube. So like, I highly recommend checking that out. Fantastic promotion. Fantastic.
Maple Leaf Pro feels more like TNA than TNA right now.
Yeah, literally, everyone said it right. It's TNA production, but with like what feels like a more alive roster.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, isn't a shot that like a lot of the current TNA roster. It's just, well, you don't have Josh Alexander anymore, and you can't get Speeple Mike Bailey because he left. Like, so you know, those are two names that
A lot of them are still doing Maple.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and they also, and also TNA doesn't have Zack Sabre Jr. So, like, you know, what am I gonna watch? The show with Zack Sabre Jr. or the show without? I know which one I'm picking.
Amen, man. If Maple Leaf got a TV deal,
oh yeah, like if I'm Scott D'Amore, I'm trying to bag a good TV deal before. Because I feel like TNA are trying to get a new TV deal that isn't Access. I know their president, like, either is the owner or has shares in Anthem, which obviously owns Access. But I swear I heard rumors a little while ago that, like, TNA want a better TV deal. But if I'm Scott D'Amore, I'm trying to snatch up a TV deal before TNA tries to make a move.
I hope he gets that. I hope.
I mean, if TNA moves away from Access, that is a great time slot that people expect wrestling to be in for Maple Leaf.
True. So I think that kind of wraps up the whole TNA stuff. Now, I've got a section here that just says, space for Ryan to rant about Dragon Gate working with AEW. So hopefully Discord doesn't cut you out too much, but if it does, I'm just going to let you go. And we'll let you talk, and I'll try and fill in the gaps in editing if your mic cuts out. All right, go for it.
All right, just let me know if I do.
All right.
You know, the moment you said blank space 4, I just knew you were gonna say Dragon Gate. Ryan ranting about them working with AEW. Expected. My profile photo right now, which can be seen in the VOD, yeah, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that is of former Open the Dreamgate champion, Ida, who's now a pro wrestling known, which we're not here to talk about. So, anyways, AEW has partnership with CMLL, the biggest wrestling to go, depending on who you ask. and New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Japanese pro wrestling promotion. If you ask people who the second biggest Japanese promotion is, there's an argument for like 5 different promotions. One of them being, which I love to death. If we're having Forbidden Door, why is it so hard for AEW to look at other promotions such as Dragon Gate and have them on Forbidden Door? Literally, Dragon Dia, one of the top Dragon Gate guys, was Super Juniors tournament. So if New Japan's with them, come on, guys, come on. And All Japan recently doing a show where backwards, my bad. Dragon Gate recently doing a show. So if they're gonna be working with All Japan and New Japan, if we're gonna have AEW working with New Japan, and New Japan has a working relationship with All Japan and Dragon Gate, why would it be so hard to have a Dragon Gate on Forbidden Door? It'd be so easy to do a battle royal with just dudes who want to show up to wrestle on Forbidden Door. And even then, just one match of one of anybody on AEW's roster, on Helico, not doing shit for AEW right now. One on Helico, Hio or Dragon Kid or KZY, it would as on Dragon Gate, and it would put a lot of eyes from Dragon Gate to AEW. Seems like something Tony Khan could very easily do. Let's not be lazy. AEW. It's called Forbidden Door, not AEW and New Japan.
Yeah.
Well, I would call it the Forbidden Door, but like we know why I wouldn't call it that.
Well, because it's not been forbidden since like what, 2020?
I think 2021 was it?
Well, because Kenta showed up during the pandemic, and I think that was either late 2020 or early 2021. It's one of the two.
Yeah. And
that was like the first like shift. I think the first shift though was I forget, but I think it was. Well, I think it was Kenny wanting to open the door, and then like I think he had like a Bushi saying like, yeah, we need to make it happen, and then so on and so forth, and then eventually we got the series.
Okada saying some crazy stuff.
Well, I mean, it's Okada. He's always saying crazy stuff. But I think we were talking about it before the podcast, and I think we were saying for Forbidden Door that there should just be like a battle royal or a gauntlet where it's just all non-AEW wrestlers. Not a single AEW wrestler in that match. But the winner gets a shot at either Swerve Strickland or Okada. Obviously that match isn't confirmed for Forbidden Door, but it pretty much is. Let's be real. It's probably going to happen at Forbidden Door. So why not showcase a bunch of talent? You're in the UK, get Rev Pro, get Progress people in there, get Dragon Gate people, get Ring of Honor people, get CMLL, New Japan, all the promotions. Get them all in there, have a massive gauntlet, winner fights. I know Daniel's going to hate me saying this. Winner probably fights Okada. I know, but he's only just won the belt. So, anything else to say about that, Ryan, or is the rant over?
Yeah. One last thing. We were talking about it with the podcast. Major League Wrestling, a fairly big show in the U.S., has done crossover stuff with Dragon Gate, where they've sent guys back and forth. If a little tiny that probably half the people listening to this can do that with Dragon Gate, AEW can do that to a much larger scale.
Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing, right? It's like they literally, AEW literally just sent MJF to do a bit in MLW where he attacked Mystico.
Yeah.
Speaking of MLW, actually, sorry to get a little off topic, but I'm actually friends with one of the former champions, actually, on TikTok. Really? Yeah, it's Alex Kane.
Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Hey,
Boomba,
yes, sir! Yes, sir! Oh,
Anybody else?
he's
Yeah.
brilliant. He's brilliant.
Okay, he is.
You know, we'll wrap this up with how about we go around the room one more time, and we all say one tip for anybody who's looking to potentially get themselves into some partnerships in core. Should I start, or how do we want to do this?
Yeah, lead the way, big guy.
Alright, so I think the first big tip is my advice would be make sure that you know the people that you're partnering up with quite well beforehand. The last thing you want to do is go, hey, let's be partner promotions, and then you find out that like the person that you're working with works in a very different style to you, or has very different mindsets, or wants to big league you. I'll be real, like, it happens, and, you know, it can be rough, not just for the booker who's getting big leagued, but like, you know, if you're a show that has other people's cause in it, like, that's gotta suck. That's really gotta suck. Getting big leagued, because it's like, you know, especially if you're just trying to like have fun and just like partner up with people, and then someone uses that as like a way of going, hey, I can use this promotion. Basically, don't find an NXT. Don't do it. Find yourself a promotion and like a booker or someone who actually is interested in your promotion as well. Because then you're gonna work really well together. I'm gonna go in reverse order. So Ryan, what's your tip?
Always be willing to, when pitching storylines, or people who can go from show to show, always be willing to give them at least two people. One guy where you're like, hey, I'd like them to win, and another for, hey, give this guy a loss. Here's a guy who I want built up, and here's a guy to build your own stuff.
So, CJ, any tips?
Yeah, I got a really good tip here. So, here's the big tip. If you gotta make sure to balance your show between, you know, cause and stuff, because you gotta also be careful with said cause, because as someone who's done the show before, let's just say I've had shows where basically other people were basically booking it over myself, and I couldn't get my ideas through. So be very careful.
I mean, to be fair, CJ, that is partly me. But then again, we were like kind of like co-booking CWA for a while because I just stopped doing CEW for like 6 months. So I kind of just put all my time and effort into that.
To be fair, I just got off of drinking last night, so
yeah, fair enough. Jinku, what's your big advice for someone who might be looking to partner up with a promotion or whatever?
Don't be afraid to take a shot, man. Even if you think the company's bigger than you, you never know. They might be interested.
Sound advice. And then Daniel.
Hello. I just think it's important to remember that not everything that you do as a partner promotion needs to intertwine, you know? Like, not every story needs to at least like have like a little bit of progression on the other, you know? Someone could be doing one thing on one show and then something on the other that's completely different that you couldn't imagine them doing. So sometimes, if it helps the character, don't intertwine everything. You know, just make something work on one show and one on the other. It's great to have stuff intertwined, but it doesn't need to happen all the time. That's my main tip.
Yeah, well, that is some sound advice. And I think one other thing is I like just sort of like a general thing. I think for me is always make sure that like you're communicating in a professional manner. Like I get it when like you're partnered up with the boys, for example. See, like how I'm partnered up with these dudes over here. It's a lot easier to just kind of like talk how I would normally. But like sometimes you kind of have to go, okay, so like here's the plan, here's what we're doing, make sure it's all written down, because people will forget things, and if you say things in certain ways, and maybe you're only really kind of talking to this person because you're partner promotions. Sometimes you're going to say something, and if you say it in an informal way, it's going to rub that person the wrong way, and it might cause a row or two, you know? Like, so just... obviously, it's a tricky thing, because a lot of people in core are, like, what? Probably, like, 16 to about 20. So, like, a lot of them haven't been in, like, communication-based, like, jobs and whatnot. I'm not censoring jobs, Daniel. I'm not doing it.
That's Ryan's thing, thank you. I have a job, thank you.
I've said it twice now. But
I'm employed.
As hey, you keep censoring it in the GCPW server, man.
You job haver.
Wow.
You fuck. Okay, Patreon. Put this on Patreon.
Oh, true. Yeah, now it's got to be a Patreon exclusive. But yeah, like, you know, as someone who is, you know, I work retail, and that's a very massive, like, communication-based, like, job, because, you know, it's talking to customers and talking to, you know, your fellow colleagues and whatnot, and, like, once you learn how to, like, speak to people in a professional way, in a professional setting, I feel like that's when you go, oh, okay, so maybe I can't write fuck in one of the messages to a partner promotion. Especially, like I said, especially if, like, you don't have that, like, level of friendship with the person that you're communicating with. I think that's pretty much it. Does anyone have any final remarks that won't make this Patreon exclusive?
Oh, don't worry. My remarks aren't going to make it Patreon exclusive. Don't worry about that.
Leon Slater is the GOAT.
You know what? I'm actually gonna give you all the floor to go ahead and just shill something. Go ahead, because I haven't shilled something yet, but I'm gonna integrate that midway through the podcast, because I do not feel right doing a live membership shill with 5 people in the call. It doesn't feel right.
Fair enough.
GYB, bring back the Ticket to Mayhem. What the fuck is going on, bro?
Fair enough. Daniel, shill.
You know, GCPW, watch that. Try and join that if you can. You know,
Adam Adams is on there.
Yeah, but he's a bitch, so that doesn't matter. My other show, basically everyone knows the name, but I just won't say it on here anyway, because haha. When that happens, indulge in that, please. And shout out to Plymouth one time.
Yeah.
Buy our Plymouth t-shirts wherever available near you. Thank you.
All right, CJ, what we shilling?
Fuck V-Shred.
Fair enough. Okay, I don't know what that means, but all right. And then Ryan.
Three very quick things. Firstly, Adam Adams eats corn the long way.
He does.
Secondly, giving a little work for Byron here in the comments or video description, something like. You should put the link to my Discord server, because the REW Discord server and even the CEW Discord to keep up with anything we're doing, and it's a great way to integrate it in CAW. Third and final thing, gone goes Jinku. Third and final thing, lobsters. Lobsters have a gene that regrow cells to decay, and I think that's cool.
All right.
That's cool.
And hey, whilst I'm here, I might as well go ahead and just say, hey, Ryan, he has REW, he has UEW, he has This Week in Indie. Go check out his channel. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna leave links to everything in, like, the description and whatnot. So indulge. Go check out the partner promotions. And you know what? Even though he's not on the podcast, you know, I'll go ahead. Partner promotions, Kyle's links will also be in the description as well. Because hey, if I'm shilling myself, I might as well. I say might as well. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shill the partner promotions because they're my boys. You know, they're the homies. But yeah, that was the CEW podcast. I want to thank you all for being here. This has been wild, but you know what? It's been a very fun time, and I cannot wait to edit this and get this out to everybody. But yeah, that's all. I don't know where I'm going to put the videos and the playlist and all of that, but they'll be there somewhere for you guys to click if you want to. And yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna do the thing.
Job,
See ya.
job.